beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige. This is Seeking Alexandria, and guys, it's time to get all kinds of Honeylicious with the Urban Decay Drop Vault and their honey collection. Oh, guys, the packaging on this is so cute. I was not even excited to play around with this. I mentioned it in a purchase or pass, which I'll link up here. I was like, it's gonna be neutral, it's boring, and then I got this in the mail and I was like, wow. I love the branding, the packaging. We're just gonna start diving right in, but you guys have to know, I'm almost disgusted with myself on the level that I fell for their marketing, and the way that everything is presented. It is just so cute and so aesthetically pleasing that I'm just like, wow, you guys did it. You tricked my brain, and now I'm excited. So let's go ahead and flip this little baby off and get more comfortable. Brown chicken, brown cow. Bye. So here's what we have first. This is the outside piece, and guys, look at these little bugs. Oh my god. The bees on this are just so cute. Dare I say, they're the bee's knees. Do I hate myself for that? A little bit. But as we go ahead here, we will part the sea of this honeycomb cuteness, and inside, these are the products we will be reviewing. And isn't it just oh so beautiful? Like, what is it about this that just makes me want to like, like, I love it so much. I just think it's so cute. I even love the way that the little doors open up on this cute little diagonal. So now at this point, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna set this down, and I want to read to you guys off of the Urban Decay website, which is where I picked this stuff up at. I'm gonna read through the information for the products that are in here, the price and all of that. Now, the first thing I want to mention is that this is not currently available on Ulta or Urban Decay, which leads me to think maybe I purchased this on like a 24-hour pre-sale kind of thing. I'm not really sure. But now diving down into the description here, it says, get buzzed on this hive of gilded naked honey collection products. The Honey Drop Vault includes 5 essentials that are sweet without the sticky consequences. Start with the brand new shimmery golden honey eyeshadow primer potion to prep your eyes for crease-free color that lasts up to 24 hours. Apply a lustrous blend of decadent golden, amber, and chocolate shadows from our 12-shade Naked Honey palette. Take pleasure in the subtle sting and sugary scent of the Honey Lip Plumper for glossy, fuller-looking lips. Dust on the vegan honey-scented sparkling body powder all over the shoulders, legs, and décolletage for a sweetly scented dose of shimmer. Finish it all off with our honey-scented all-nighter makeup setting spray and keep your look glowing for up to 16 hours. Now, out of everything that you guys were just looking at in Swatch, the main thing that I'm the most hesitant about is actually this primer potion, and I think it's just because it has like this weird sheen to it, and I'm not sure if on my skin tone this will work really well, because yes, it's really beautiful. I think you could do like a nice cut crease kind of moment, but if I were to go in and use something like this as a base, I just don't know how I would like the matte shades or the crease color or anything like that really blended on top of it. I feel like this would be something, again, that I could use as like a crease cutter if I wanted to use it for that. If I wanted to just maybe dab like a little shimmer on my eyes and call it a day, maybe with like a bronzer or something on the outer V for a little depth, I think I could use this for that. But as far as the look goes today, I would rather test the palette without this. I also want to talk about this little guy right here because the packaging, guys, this is one of those moments where I was like, the packaging's done. I'm deceased. I can't even function. I love it so much. First of all, it's an adorable little container. It has a freaking tassel. Oh my god, tassel. And then it also has a little adorable bee on the top of it. Send me with this bee, you guys. Oh my, I love it so much. Like, this entire component I think is so cute. It does read a little cheap because it's cardboard and it has like a sticker on it kind of deal, but overall, like the packaging, the presentation, even the fade on the sticker, I just think is really aesthetically beautiful. Also, look at the adorable little application puff. This thing is adorable. It's meant for your body, so it'll be kind of like one of these type deals. And then look at the little freaking bee that's also on the sticker in here. Like, every ounce of this packaging I just think is so freaking cute. Wow, that reads very cheap to me. This is the sifter. This little plastic dish right here, like, that literally isn't even glued in, is all that separates you from about a half of a cup of shimmery dust. Whoa, that's dangerous. It does smell a little bit like honey, but very much so like the chemical cosmetic version of honey. Not super overwhelming, it's just not my favorite, but I got a good little coating of this on here. I'm just gonna take and like put a little bit on my chest. I don't know that this is something that like I would necessarily reach for, but I'm also not like a, hey, let's put glitter on your chest kind of lady. But I do feel like if you're the type of person that has like collarbones or maybe cleavage or something, I don't know, any definition that like I don't have, I feel like this could be something that looks really nice on you. Right, guys, I'm doing it. I'm just gonna try it and see if I can really show it to you on my pasty arm. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see it right there. Guys, when you're this pasty, it's so hard to actually show you anything because nothing nothing shows up because I naturally glow in the dark anyways. Basically Edward freaking Cullen over here. I don't know that this is something you necessarily need, namely just because it's like a loose glitter. It just goes all over your body. It's nothing that's really gonna stick down. So if you're wanting it for just like a nice fun, like, oh, I look nice and whimsically like dusted with glitter, I think it's really pretty. But if that's not something you're into, you don't need it. I think from here, we're gonna go ahead and dive into this Honey palette. Now, I do already have a look in mind. Obviously, that look is going to involve this shade. This is the shade Honey. And as I mentioned in my Purchase or Pass video, which I already referenced to you guys at the beginning here, I'm really shocked that out of a palette named Honey, there wasn't like a bright yellow matte shade. That to me is just mind-boggling, but I still do want to have a nice time and play around with it as much as possible and create a nice bright look. Taking some of my ABH primer and I'm putting this all over the lid. So first things first, here on my Sigma E40, I'm going to grab the shade Keeper right here, and I am going to run that all the way through the crease, but I want to really take it on the inner portion because I'm actually going to be doing a cut crease today. I want to really take it up in this area and really use it to define that inner portion. Wow, that is a beautiful color, and the pigmentation is like immediate. Wow, that's pretty. I'm really taking this again up into this region because when I do a cut crease, because I have such squatty eyes, they're very low this way and narrow this way, I always go in and do a higher cut crease, so it ends up cutting like right up into here. So I have to make sure that my crease color in that area does go a lot higher than it normally would, just to help make my eyes look nice and wide. All right, and then from there, same brush, I'm gonna grab the shade Drip right here. And I'm going to take that one through the crease, but I'm going to focus that one about halfway, I would say, like right in this region, and just really build that crease color right through there. I know that it's going to sound weird, but there's something about these shadows and the way that they're blending. I fully went into this anticipating like, oh, it's a neutral palette, da da da. You guys know exactly how I felt. And as I'm sitting here and I'm blending, there's something about this palette that's giving me like insanely high-end, I'm super impressed vibes, and it's just the blend on these, they're like doing all the work for me. All right, and then from here, I'm gonna grab my ColourPop E9 in the shade Sting right here. It's the deep matte brown on the very end. I'm gonna use that shade just to really deepen up this eye right here. And this look, I am actually taking a little bit deeper and a little bit more smoky than I normally do. You guys know, typically I like a lighter eye, but once you see what I'm building on the inner portion, you'll understand why I needed something a little bit heavier to go to the outer V, because the inner portion is going to look a little bit bright. I'm just going in with my Sigma E40 and I'm blending on the outer V right here. No product or anything, I just want to make sure that all three of those colors are nice and blended together. And then I'm just taking some of that Sting shade and I'm deepening up the lower lash line as well, just meeting it with that outer corner right there. I don't know what it is about that step, but like, just look at it. Oh, it's so good. I feel like it just takes the eye and just takes it right on up. Wow, did you guys hear that fantastic tongue pop? Sound like a horse trying to eat some grain. So from here, I'm going to grab my Dominique Cosmetics DS02 Packer brush, and I'm going to grab the shade Flyby, which is the lighter kind of bone colory shimmer shade, and I'm going to use that up along the brow bone just as a way to kind of lighten everything up. It does have a nice highlight quality to it, so you can use it for that, but I'm more so just dispersing it and using it as something that the other shades can kind of blend into. So I'm kind of using it as like a light transition. You can just see it just backed the darkness off just a little bit off of my brow bone, and it helps create a lot more lift in that area. Like, look at the two sides. This one's nice and lifted versus this side, which is more smoky, which is fine, but because of my eye and my face shape, I just need a little bit of pull upward, and a shade like this is great for that. And then I'm just going to go in here with my ColourPop little flat packer brush and a little bit more of that ABH primer, and I'm going to use that to cut out the crease. All right, so I went ahead and I got that done. I took it nice and wide in toward the inner portion of the eye, and now I'm just going to go in with a little bit of my Too Faced glitter glue here, and I am going to lightly veil that area. And I'm doing this just to make sure that the shade really sticks to my eye. And now I'm going in with this shade right here, the shade Honey. And I am just going to pack it onto the mobile part of the lid first with my finger, just because this is how I prefer to apply it. Oh wow, that's gorgeous. Okay, this is every bit as stunning as I ever wanted it to be. All right, and then I'm just going back in there with that same ColourPop flat packer. I'm using that to get right up to the line. Oh, I love it so much. Okay, so now we're gonna add just a little bit more pizzazzle to this area right there. You guys knew it was coming. Don't act like you didn't, honey. You think I could look at this palette and just play with one shimmer? I do not think so. So I think I'm gonna grab the shade HBIC right here. And I'm going to grab that just on my finger and I'm going to piece it in between those two colors right there. Oh, yes. Yes, yes. Good decisions. Good decisions all around, honey. Yes. All right, so we all know that I like to just take things way farther than I should, and I need this shade. This is the shade Golden, and I'm going to pop that right over top of where those two meet, because it's literally like the perfect in-betweeny weeny shade, and it has a really nice brightness to it. So for the center of the eye, like, just look at it. Oh my God, hello? Why wouldn't you want to pack more sparkles on your eyes? Yes. And then just on the outer portion, I'm taking my E40 and just lightly kind of glazing it over where everything meets up. Wow, that is absolute perfection. Oh, dare I say it. I'm in love. I'm just grabbing a little bit of that shade Honey as well on a little smudger brush, and I'm throwing that down here. Real quick, the first shade that I took through the crease was Keeper right here, and I want to go into Swarm, which is a similar color but much, much lighter. And I'm going to take that and run it up here, like on the upper outskirts of that cut crease, just to blend everything into. I just want a little bit more color, but I feel like going in with more of the shade Keeper would be just a little bit too much. And I want to just have something very lightly blended in there. Oh yeah, just because that nice juxtaposition still makes that yellow pop, but it's not too much. Also, I'm going to grab just a little bit of Swarm on the lower lash line as well, just to blend out that darker shade on the outer V there. All right, so now from here, I'm going to run off of camera. I'm going to do this eye, and then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about the other two items in the box and round out our thoughts. So hang tight, and I will be right back. And all right, beautiful people, I am back, and I did go ahead and finish up a lot of my face while I was off camera, just so that way I could talk through a little bit of my feelings so far. And while I was off camera, one of the things that I did apply was the gloss. Now, first thing I did is go in and line my lips with two ColourPop lip liners. The first one was in Control, or CTRL, and then I also took a little bit of As If, which is like a really light bone colored shade, and I took that and I put it in the center of the lips and just blended the two together with my finger, and then I popped the Urban Decay Honey Lip Plumping Gloss over top. And I'm not mad at the gloss. The thing that I notice about this, I think more than anything, is how it feels when you put it on the lips. It has kind of like a grainy texture to it. If I had to guess, it would probably just be the glitter that's in here. So that being said, when you apply it, you can kind of feel that. It makes it feel very thick on your lips, but now that I have had it on and let it sit there and just disperse onto my lips, it's not bothering me. Now, do I think that it's like this crazy over the top, oh my God, you need to run out and buy it right now gloss? Not really. I do like the way that it feels on the lips. Again, I'm not having any issues, but I do have other glosses that I like more than this one, mainly because I prefer like a thinner consistency when it comes to a gloss. Now, I did wait to use this with you guys on camera. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter Honey Setting Spray, and I wanted to spray this and get that impression with you guys first. So I'm just going to go ahead and give myself a little spritz here. All right, so the first thing I'm going to say is that the smell of this is identical to this powder right here, the all over shimmer stuff. They smell exactly the same. I don't think that the smell is overwhelming in one way or the other. It gives me a light honey vibe. I think that I would probably prefer the regular Urban Decay over this one. It does apply nicely. I don't have any issues with it. It didn't give me any weird like blotchy moments on my face or anything. And it doesn't appear to be like a weird version of it where it has shimmer or anything like that. So I'm grateful. So now everything in the collection having gone through, you guys, this is the finished look. What do you guys think? I really love the way that this eye look came together. I'm a big fan of the colors in here, and I actually love the application aspect of this palette way more than I thought I would. I feel like it did exactly what it said it would do in terms of blendability and pigmentation, and even from an Urban Decay standpoint, I feel like this by far exceeded my wildest expectations where their stuff is concerned. And I don't say that to be someone that's like, oh, they normally put out crap, because I don't think that at all. I actually love a lot of their palettes, but in my past experience, I have noticed that sometimes their shadow formula can be a little bit inconsistent, or sometimes their shimmers are more crumbly than others, and just sometimes in general there is that inconsistency there. And so when it came to this collection, not only did I find myself underwhelmed, as I've said 100 times, by the color story and all of that, but I was really nervous that what they were putting out was just this really bland neutral palette that I wouldn't find any real like wow in. And I'm actually really shocked at how much wow I'm having, because the color colors in here, while they do seem really like bland and very blasé on screen, or even like if you saw them on Trendmood or whatever, it's really easy to judge them based on that and be like, that's a neutral ass palette. But when you are going through and playing with them, these do have like this really beautiful sophistication undertone to them that I can't really describe other than to say the theme of honey is very present in the undertone of this entire palette. Like there's something about that naturalistic kind of brown that I'm seeing in everything, and I think it's really beautiful. Now real quick, I do want to touch on the amount of product you get in this palette. You guys know I wouldn't be me if I didn't dive into what you are actually purchasing. So the amount of product you get in here per pan is sitting at 0.033, and that is obviously smaller than what I think a standard shadow should be. I believe that every single shadow you buy, pan, individual, in a palette, whatever, should be a minimum of 0.05 ounces per pan. I've said this several times, and I wanted to go through and just compare it with all of my other Urban Decay stuff. I went ahead and I pulled my entire Urban Decay collection to compare and contrast, and as you can tell, I have a pretty extensive collection here when it comes to them. It's by no means everything that they sell, and is a lot of it probably expired? Yes. Will I get rid of it? Absolutely not. It has memories and my soul attached to it. Don't even think about it. Now the scope of my comparison was really just limited to this, but I did also obviously pull my specialty palettes just so I could throw it in that direction too. And what I found is that as far as all of the Naked collections go right here, this is actually the smallest amount of product we have received to date in the palette. If I go back here, this is the Urban Decay Naked Reloaded. These are all 0.038. Urban Cherry is also 0.038. Smoky is 0.05. Naked 3 is 0.05, and Naked Heat is also 0.05. So if I had to guess what happened here in regards to the Naked palette, I would say there's just a degradation of product as time has went on. It looks like when they started the Naked series, they were all 0.05, and then through, you know, the different palettes, they realized, hey, if we just cut out this tiny little bit of product, nobody's gonna notice, and we're gonna increase our profit margins. But anyways, you guys, those are my thoughts overall. I had to throw in the amount of product here at the end, but I want to hear from you guys. What do you think of the amount of product, the palette, the eye look, the collection, the vault drop? Is this something you're looking at? Are you like, hell no, it's too neutral for me? Or are you like, yes, honey, I saw the way those blended on your eyeballs and I need it right now? Like, what camp are you in? Let me know all of your thoughts and opinions down below. And of course, if you haven't done so yet, you can check me out on Instagram and on Twitter. They are both linked in the description. And don't forget, don't you go anywhere, honey. Don't you move. Because you can subscribe and turn on your post notifications to this here YouTube channel. I do upload 5 videos a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They go up bright and early between 6 and 7 a.m. my time here in good old Northern Michigan. And you guys, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Naked honey, naked honey. So cute. Like, let's go ahead and just start unveiling. Let's just do the whole process. You guys, take the little slip cover off here. Excuse me. Don't be rude. Thank you. So, shh, I'm very busy. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige. This is Seeking Alexandria. And guys, today I'm really excited because... Ow! No, stop it. Don't be rude. Huh. Did you guys just see that? The ABH eye primer just went everywhere. But like, just look at the way it just carries it all the way through. Oh, that's so good. That is like, okay, so you can see a little lilt. Look at me. I'm like, you can see it while I do my body roll.